A draft is better than a blank page. Let's talk about this. So we face a lot of fears, own fears, resistance, writing a blog post, creating a video, doing our presentation, doing our work, getting towards something. There is potential in life, right? We want to grab this potential, but we are afraid of that. So potential is, in fact, things that can be reality, but they are not yet because we haven't made those things reality yet. And we are afraid of doing that, right? That this is our personal progress. This is how we grow. But because we can fail on that kind of road, and we will fail often, and we will be embarrassed about those failings, and these things hold us back. So in order to grow, we need to overcome that. And by overcoming, you need to actually do something, put something on paper, instead of being afraid to write it down or writing something others don't like. I was so afraid to release my first blog post. No one was reading that one, maybe to one or two people in general, something like that. And I was so afraid. So it's basically nonsense to be afraid in that moment, because that is all in your head. That is what the anxiety is all coming from you, from no one else. And even if you fail, no one will see that, right? Because when you get to the point where you have done already something, where you have practiced already something, you become more used to it anyway. So you will make less failures at the point when you are actually doing that with an actual audience. So just start with it, especially in the beginning, you just should do it. And the same counts later, right? You need to get things down on paper if you want to get something done, because then you fail, right? This is most of the time is not really good, right? So you need to count that as one step towards your success. So you will reread that probably in some month or a year, and you will think, oh my God, what have I written down there? But this doesn't matter. That was one step, right? So you have already evolved because of that one. And this is what you need to do. In order to progress, you need to write something down. You need to record something. You need to get things out. Every time I have this camera here in my hand, right? I have 1 million reasons to not press the record button. I don't have a topic. I think the lens is not cleaned. I think, I don't know. I don't have time to cut it later. There are a million reasons. You just need to overcome that and really say, fuck it. I do that, and you can always decide later if you release something or not. Just go the next step. Because as soon as you have pressed the record button and you have controlled that the actual red light is glowing and you record and don't speak to no one, actually, then in that moment you have forgotten the fear. The voice is totally gone. You don't hear it anymore. It's all fine. You can talk and you can enjoy the weather. You can talking, you can write, right? You do your thing. And that's the point. That is all in your head. And as soon as you overcome that fear, you will see the progress. And the more often you do that, the easier it will become to overcome that fear. It will never go away, but it becomes better. And you will spot it and you will learn to say no. I really appreciate that for myself to do that, be able to do that, because the initial anxiety was big. And yeah, you can learn that just by practicing it, or having someone like a mentor or a coach who's helping you with that. That helped me actually a lot to take a look what others are doing, speak with other people. I had a mentor to the time as well, taken and helped me quite a lot to get into these things, understand fears, resistance, and the opposite force, muse. And that helped me quite a lot to progress further. And I only can recommend that to you as well, to overcome your fears, because if you feel those, and if you still listen to that video to that point, you have those. And I can tell you, you can become a totally different person when you actually overcome your own fears, and you will feel proud. You will feel that you have done something to actually get further in your life, and you will never get back. Basically, you don't want to get back. You won't want to get into the comfort zone again, because on some point in time, when you do that for long enough, the comfort zone will become a thing which you still see and you still want to have. Actually, when you give to it and you sit down and don't do your work, you actually become unhappy, because progress is the foundation of happiness, and progress is not where the comfort zone is. Not actually for you, for other people who create the things you enjoy in the comfort zone. Netflix, those kind of people, they actually get progress because you procrastinate, and you should take it for yourself. You need to progress on your own path towards your own goals, towards the person you're actually supposed to be. And that is not the person sitting on a couch eating chips and watching Netflix or doom scrolling videos on LinkedIn, right? Except mine, of course. See you. If you'd like to have more information about this, take a look at my blog, snackablecto.coach. See you next time. Goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye.